Good morning, friends. Today we learn about Longinus on the sublime. First is introduction. Longinus on the sublime is the most important precious legacy of the Greco-Roman period to the literary criticism in the modern age. Large portion of its are missing. It has been calculated that one-third part of it are missing. Next is it was written in Greek and was addressed to a Roman named Postuminus Testis. It was published in 1554 by Revertello. Next point is Longinus is the first romantic critic. Longinus is the first romantic critic at the modern age of half of the first AD. Longinus believed that sublimity is the result of the collaboration of both nature and art. There is much controversy regarding the exact date and about the author of On the Sublime. In spite of much research work, the controversy about authorship of the On the Sublime has not been resolved successfully. Before Longinus believes that the function of poetry is instructed and the function of prose was to pursued. Longinus was not convinced with the taste of poetry and prose. He believed that the greatest poet and prose writer aimed to instruct, to delight. Longinus says, in a certain diction and excellence of expression. In this quote, Longinus says that the achieve the sublimity. It is from this and no other source that the greatest poet and prose writer have gained their immortal and superiority. Our next point is for Longinus, sublime in literature was essentially that echo of great soul of a lofty mind. Longinus says, next quote is Longinus says, sublimity is echo of great soul of a sublimity lies in intensity lofty mind. It means the sublimity effect of literature depends on the ecstasy of a reader. They are not from the persuasion. Sublimity is the transport to reader and it uplift the reader from out of himself. नेक्स्ट पॉइंट इज ऑब्स्टेकल ऑफ सब्लिमिटी. सब्लिमिटी का ऑब्स्टेकल क्या क्या है देख लेते हैं इसे. देयर आर 3 ऑब्स्टेकल ऑफ सब्लिमिटी फॉर अ पोएट. दे आर एज फॉलोज. फर्स्ट, बिहेवियर अफेक्सेशन. नेक्स्ट, एग्जाग्रेशन ऑफ इमोशन. थर्ड, excessive rules. Our next point is nature of sublime. On the sublime, there are 2 types of nature of sublime. There are first, true sublime, second, false sublime. 2 types of nature of sublime. First is true sublime and second is false sublime. Second पहले देख लेते हैं. False sublime. False sublime. False sublime. False sublime is characterized by timidity or bombast of language. Next point is false sublime by the puerility which is parade and pomp of a language. Thirdly, the false sublime results when there is a cheap display of passion when it is not justified by the occasion. नेक्स्ट पॉइंट देख लेते हैं ट्रू सबलाइम। ट्रू सबलाइम क्या क्या है? ऑन द अदर हैंड, प्लीज ऑल एंड प्लीज pleases all and pleases always, for it expresses thought of universal validity, thoughts common to all men of all ages and countries, in a language which easily uplifts our soul. Regarding the way of acquiring true sublime, Longinus point out the nature and art are equally necessary. Our next point is sources of true sublimity. Longinus discovers 5 principal sources of true sublimity. They are as follows. First, grandeur of thoughts. Second, strong emotion or passion. Third, uses of figure. Fourth, noble of diction. Fifth, composition or arrangement of words. In the 5 principal sources of true sublimity are described in as follows. First, grandeur of thoughts. Grandeur of thoughts is the first principal sources of sublimity. This is the inborn quality of poet. There is a gift of nature. This quality is not acquired by practice. Next point, men with mean and deceiving ideas can't achieve true sublimity. Next point, to achieve true sublimity, one's soul must be noble and gentle. Next point, according to Longinus, their words are full of sublimity, whose thoughts are full of majesty. The ideas are organized and selective for achieving true sublimity. Next point, imitating great attributes for achieving true sublimity. Our next point is second, strong emotion or passions. Strong emotion is a second most important principal sources of true sublimity. These principles is also inborn quality. Strong emotion is a gift of nature. This is inborn quality. Next, according to Longinus, to achieve sublimity, it's necessary to absorb and deeper emotion. Our third point is the use of figures. The use of figures is the third most important sources for sublime. These sources is acquired from practice by art. It helps in the creation of arts. This is a helping ability, not principal quality. Means if poet have not the above two sources, he would not be create a sublime. Next point, figure must uses. They are as follows. First, hyperbolon. Change the natural order of words. Asyndeton, no conjunction. Third, polysyndeton, many conjunctions. Fourth, peripheries, more elaborate. Fifth, rhetorical questions. Can fish swim? Can cats meow? Our next point is fourth, noble of diction. Noble of diction is the fourth sources of sublime. This is not inborn quality. This ability is acquired by art. It's included choice of proper words, the use of metaphors and ornamental is a ability to achieve sublimity. Longinus is of the view that beautiful words are the very light of lofty thoughts. Next point, fifth, dignity of composition. This is the fifth sources of sublime. It is a great source of persuasion as well as pleasure. Next point, it makes the reader or hearer share the emotion of the speaker.